Hey everyone, I wanted to break down Paschimottanasana, which is just a basic forward fold because I feel it contains a lot of principles that continuously repeat themselves again and again in the Ashtanga Yoga Primary Series. So hopefully if we lay down these principles in Paschimottanasana, then you'll be able to apply them to all the other forward folds that come up in the Primary Series. So starting with the legs out in front of you, the first thing to keep in mind is that you want the legs to be strong and engaged. So I like to think about initiating this action by pressing the heels down into the floor and then sending that energy up through the legs, lifting through the kneecaps, engaging the quadricep muscles, and then bringing the feet together. You're flexing the feet, but it doesn't have to be a super intense flexing because then that lifts the heels off of the floor. It's more of like a reaching forward with the base of the big toe and pressing the heels down into the floor. And the second part kind of comes into play in that inhale lengthening that is part of the vinyasa counting in a lot of these forward folding postures in Ashtanga Yoga and of the primary series. So it's when you catch the big toes. If you can't catch the big toes, you catch the outsides of the legs. And you take an inhale, look up and lengthen. So here you want to bring in the second really important part, which is pulling in the lower belly. So you want to imagine like you're creating space and you're emptying out through the pelvic bowl. So really pulling the lower belly in towards the spine and finding a really long spine. So here's a good opportunity to find that limit of flexibility that you have in the hamstrings. So how far can you fold forward without rounding the spine at all? Keeping the spine super straight. So really engaging all of those muscles along the back. Pulling in the lower belly, finding that limit. And then third part of folding forward is keeping those two things, strong legs, lower belly pulled in, and then you relax the muscles along the back. So from that limit of flexibility in the hamstrings, all you do is relax the back muscles. Relax the lower back, the middle back, the upper back, the neck. Keeping all of those other things in play. And then, so when you're in that forward fold, your back is rounded a little bit because you're relaxing those back muscles. But for the fourth point that I wanted to make, you don't want to completely close off the chest and close off the shoulders because you're rounding too much. You want to maintain that rounding, but at the same time, maintain a reaching forward and an opening through the front of the chest. And that keeps to help you find a deeper and deeper forward fold. So you're here, and then you slightly move the shoulders away from the ears and keep reaching the heart forward towards the toes. Keep the neck relaxed, the back relaxed. Just like a gentle opening through the clavicle bones and then reaching forward. Good. So you can apply those 4 points to any forward fold, and it'll really help you find the internal form of the posture, and it'll help you find your limit of the posture instead of reaching for a version of the posture that maybe you're not ready for or maybe just isn't necessary in your body and just won't do you any good. So I hope that helps. Let me know if it helps, and let me know how it goes.